dos, uno, dos, tres, tres, cuatro. Could you be mine? Would you be mine for the moment? No mystery thing, cause we can hang and you know it. Could you be mine? Would you be mine for the moment? No mystery thing, cause we can hang. You my thing, you my thing, you my thing, you my thing, thing. You my thing, you my thing, thing, thing. You my thing, you my thing, you my thing, thing. You my thing, you my thing, thing, thing. Treat you like that queen you are, you that star, like a fast car you whipping. Keep my mind stay tripping. Know you got it going on. Wiggy word, word bomb. If it's on, then it's on. You get it. I'm so with it. Done did it. Can I hit it like a home run? We on one. Put you through that test. See, we was made to be the best. So fresh, all winning. I love how you be living. No style can't come close to mine. You could get this all the time. Freaky as they come. I'm known to make her get numb, get dumb. We get busy. You came flat but left frizzy. Ask Kizzy, ask Keisha, Pam, Tammy, and Delisha. Shh, but I don't kiss and tell. You know the whole deal. I wanna feel like you matter to me, babe. What that'll be? Tell me what you really want. Don't hold back so we can get the whole vibration. Me and you make that perfect match. Come on. Could you be mine? Would you be mine for the moment? No mystery thing, cause we can hang and you know it. Could you be? All right. Yes, today is Thursday, almost Friday. Yes, Thursday, almost Friday. In this world on a Thursday. Dr. John's Imperial, I'm here with MFC. How you doing, MFC?
Salute.
Here? Yes, salute to the presidents of the world. Yes, I got my wicked joints. Yes, my daughter blessed me. Thank you. That looks nice. But anyway, moving on. How are you doing, MFC?
Doing okay. It's a regular Thursday. Almost Friday.
Oh, there you go. So you always want to be pessimistic. It's never a regular Thursday. Thursdays are always, something always comes up real crazy. Especially where you at, because you got some, man.
Oh yeah, there's some crazy stuff
going on in New York, man. I don't know what the hell. Yeah. Check. You got that guy. What's his name? The Velez Alvarez character.
Yep.
Yeah. Check this out.
Well, first of all, this is definitely a case of road rage. It happened about 4:15 this afternoon, and East 60th Street, where we are right now, remains closed here tonight. It is closed off between Lexington and Park Avenues. That's because police are still out here investigating, and one of the vehicles involved in this incident still on the scene here tonight. We're pushing in. It is a dark-colored Jetta, which is halfway on the sidewalk in the middle of the block. Go ahead and take a look at this video. Police say the driver of a pickup truck got into some type of an altercation with the driver of the Jetta while they were both inside their vehicles. The driver of the pickup truck, who was a 54-year-old man, then gets out of this pickup truck with a knife and slices the front driver's side tire on the Jetta. Police say the driver of the Jetta, who is 26 years old, then accelerates quickly, hitting the man, pinning him against the wall, killing him. Now, the driver of the Jetta did remain on the scene, and he was taken into custody by police, and he is currently being questioned. There are two witnesses. They describe what they saw. They say there was a woman and a young child in the Jetta, and that the driver of the Jetta was just trying to protect his family.
I need to get my kids out of here. Like, that's not a situation that you will want to have your kids in any type of situation. So you would just want to get them out of there. And I could tell that that's what his mindset was.
Some of the staff over at this restaurant came out to check on the family.
Hey,
they were sort of defending the family of the Jetta because apparently the owner of the truck had stabbed the two tires on the driver's side. When he came around to the front of the Jetta, he was going to try to stab the other passenger side.
Wow. See, that's a little different than what I thought. Oh, okay. I thought it was a little, man. Wow. So that's how it was going down, huh?
Yeah. And apparently he had his girlfriend and his children in the car.
Yeah. You think they're gonna keep him, MFC? I don't know. He probably get out.
But for now they're holding him. But I honestly believe and that's one thing, like you've said many times, in this day and age, there's cameras all over the place. So they're looking at all the footage,
Yeah.
you know, before they make anything. So they, you know, but that had to be, and from what I understand is, as soon as it happened, you know, like there's little restaurants and stuff, they came out and they gave water and stuff to the wife and kids, you know,
Oh yeah.
while all this was going on and stuff. So it was, this is
26.
something that,
How old is the
yeah,
wife?
he's
Wow.
only 26. So this
Yeah,
is
Andre
something,
Mosley. Don't worry, Andre Mosley. Talk to your lawyer. Zippy
yeah.
lippy. Zippy lippy. Trust me. Yeah, and that's what
And
that would be my advice from this situation. Of course, you know, it's sad, you know, that guy, you know, the Velez Alvarez guy, he was a little
they said
irate.
he was a construction worker,
Yeah, you know, but
a supervisor construction worker, but
there is no excuse. I don't know what happened with them, but we all been in a situation where we done
yeah,
gotten
road rage.
we
And
got
sometimes someone you
raged
know, they'll
out.
cut, yeah,
No, we
it's
all
not
cut.
worth
And I
it.
cut people off. You know,
Yeah,
shit, I cut people off, apologized, and I had my kids in the car, and guy was flashing like he had a gun. This is a guy on a motorcycle, so you know, it can happen to anybody. The
it can
best,
happen to anyone.
I pay
Yeah,
attention on the road. This is just one of the times I didn't,
yeah,
and you're always gonna take for granted, not looking this way. Next thing you know, you got. And what
yeah,
happened was, it was a bike that just passed me. It was a bike or two, and I looked, he wasn't there, so he must have been zigging from another direction. But still, before you make a turn, you just gotta look. And we all, if you drive, there's gonna be times where you made
yeah,
that turn. Oh, I didn't even look. So
yeah.
that's
Or
that's
they come up in that blind side
no, but at
that
the
you
at the
have.
end of the day, this is the thing, MFC.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, when you've been driving, especially distances and different places, you gotta be on defense all the time. You, know,
that's true.
you gotta be on defense all the time.
Because you
And,
never know what that person. You never know
no,
what the
you
other
gotta think
driver's
for the no, just
mentality
like
is.
walking. If you're walking and
Yeah,
somebody feels like they're gonna stumble into you, just don't stand there. You're in defense. Now either move or you
yeah,
brace yourself. That's what I
yeah.
mean. Be on point. And
No,
that's
it's true.
that's
It's
I've
true.
noticed a lot of people, not to mention, we have extra things to blog us in that you didn't have years ago. And I'm not trying to
Right?
use the time frame,
No, it's
but
true.
look at, you didn't have people driving on cell phones. You didn't have people driving
Exactly.
preoccupied with what's going on, X, Y, and Z. It's more
Yeah,
things to think about. So,
yeah,
but a person's not thinking about that. They thinking about, yo, you crashed my car. Like you said, you cut me off. There's people you cut. There's somebody I cut off. They followed me. I want to say 10 exits. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm ready to. I'm like, and the
yeah,
crazy thing is, you act crazy, somebody else act crazier, then you're going to play victim. And sometimes when you're talking about playing victim at this point, the games are real
yeah,
deadly. And that's how
yeah,
you have people like this guy. You playing these games, you knocked into a damn wall. Now your people,
yeah,
they looking at doing a damn, a funeral because you
yeah,
wanted to act irate over a situation. You could have went
yeah,
home, took an edible, had a drink. There's times,
yeah,
yeah, I've been with shit. My newborn, somebody cut me off, and I had to catch myself
yeah,
because it was like, we're both at the light. You just almost cut me off. I got a kid, but you got
yeah.
to think, even if you're not with nobody, you got to think because you don't know what this person has in their baggage, and it's not
It's
being
true.
scared or anything. It's just not worth it. Trust me.
Yeah,
Trust me. You talk to any lawyer, they'll tell you they've dealt with assault cases that started out from road rage, and the people got into
yeah,
fights, and now they
yeah,
wanna shake hands and just get rid of the situation. And here it is, they jumped out of vehicles on each other, started fighting. Yeah,
yeah.
and they
Well,
all
it's especially like
say not
in a
worth
lot of different states, they don't like you if you're in that left lane, which is like what they call the passing lane.
it.
So
Yeah,
if you're doing the regular speed limit, you know, a lot of drivers get upset about that because that's the speeding lane, even though you're not supposed to be speeding. But the legal thing of it is called the passing lane. And
yeah.
like they say, if you're not doing 75, 85, get out the lane, get up to another lane. And people get upset about that. So it's
Yeah, well, stay out the speeding lane. I'm right with them.
A road rage
yeah, but it's just a
is
shame because when you have this
manslaughter and assault. Fox 5's Briella Tomasetti, she joins us live from the Upper East Side with the latest. And Briella, a lot of layers to this story.
Yep, a very complicated situation I'll get to in just a moment. Tashani and Dan, good morning to both of you. As you can probably see over my shoulder, the windows of the Oxford Cafe completely boarded up after one driver floored it, jumped the curb, and pinned another driver against the storefront. Now, the driver of that Volkswagen Jetta in question, he was taken into custody. The Jetta has since been towed from the scene, but there are still pieces of shattered glass pretty much everywhere, littering the sidewalk, a visible reminder of how quickly a seemingly minor incident, a fender bender, can turn to tragedy.
Another day in New York City.
The minor fender bender on the Upper East Side escalated into a violent dispute that left a Long Island man dead and a neighborhood in shock. At around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, police responded to a 911 call for a motor vehicle collision on East 60th Street between Park and Lexington Avenues. A 54-year-old man was lying on the sidewalk with severe body trauma.
What I saw when I noticed something.
Okay. Wow. So he was he basically they ran him over. Yeah, and he had the truck. Isn't that crazy?
He came out of his truck, and then he, as the other guy was saying, he sliced the driver's sides, both tires.
No, I know that, but
yeah.
I'm just saying it's ironic. You know, he had the truck, he had the car, and look who got
right.
You know.
Yeah,
but that was definitely.
And lucky more people didn't get hurt. I mean,
well, shit. You talking about somebody's life? That's different. You know, that's
right. It's
from, not that anything should deem somebody's life getting taken, but still, come on, over road rage. It's not even an accident.
Yeah.
You know, you're stabbing my tires, and here it is. I got a kid in the car, so that's using the car as a weapon. That's going to get knocked out because here it is. You know, although New York doesn't have a, I wouldn't say vigilante. I call it a vigilante. Charge.
I had to look into that because I'm not sure.
But no,
they have a stand your ground.
It's definitely not going to be frowned upon. Even if he is charged, it'll be such a low charge. It'll be probation without even seeing a probation officer type of thing. He's all around. You got to look at MFC. It's not like I'm not looking to do a crime. We came up to my vehicle. I got the windows. I didn't get out. It's all around.
Right.
Like when does it have any rhyme or reason? I got my family with me now. Even if he was alone, I think it would still be pressure on the other person.
But the other thing too is just as easy as he came out with a knife. Now, what happened if he came out with a gun?
No, yeah. Well, a weapon's a weapon in that case, especially when you got to remember, even though he wasn't stabbing him, you're stabbing my vehicle. That's the part that, not to mention, he went to go, who's to say he wasn't to go break the window on the side where the kid was. So that, it's not going to take a rocket scientist to kind of, quench that situation out.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta once again, you gotta think for other people on some driving, because the average person, they're dealing with so much stress now that
it's true.
You're dealing with a nutcase.
Yeah, that you and you never know.
This person,
he may have been just on the phone with someone arguing, and he was upset about something else, and then
it definitely seems like
happened. You never know.
It definitely seems like it was what they call that. You're taking your anger out on the wrong person.
Misdirected anger.
Yeah.
It's just a shame. So now there's a father who's not going home to his children and his wife, and they say that, he was a nice person and everything else like that. But again, I know for the drivers, things can change. Things could go, what they call that, crazy or hot and heavy in a millisecond, or what they call a New York second.
100 in a New York minute.
In a New York, there you go, the New York minute. Yep.
New York minute. But anyway, we got this guy, from Texas, Rudy Frias. You know about him? With that case?
Yeah, that's a sad.
Boy. has
It's
never
still, it's
been
still,
missing.
Or something,
it's
and a
still
car
under.
over him, and he walked to his house.
Now
Was
check this out.
considered missing. So what was your understanding of the situation before these more recent details came to light?
Well, I had just moved back to Houston because I had been living in Fort Worth. I left in 2000 and I moved back here in 2022. And like 3 months after I moved here, I met the so-called Rudolph, because that's what I know him by. He told me his name was Rudolph, but he told me to call him Dolph for short. So that's what I knew him by. So he had been coming to my house since 3 months after I moved here, cleaning up until May 27th, when he actually so-called went missing from his home with his mother's BMW. He took it and he totaled it, and she told police that she didn't know who took her car, but she knew that he took her car because he was down here at my house earlier in the day with that car. And then he left.
Allegedly.
After he left, we hadn't talked to him. He turned his phone off, and we had been calling him to, because she had been calling us, asking us, have we heard from him? Have we talked to him? And we were saying no. So like Sunday, the day before the 4th of July, he come walking by my house earlier that morning around 6 or 7. It was like 7 o'clock. I want to say 7:30 or close to 8
All right,
o'clock.
Keisha, come on.
He had on some white basketball shorts, some flip-flops, no shirt, and he had some Band-Aids on him like he had went to the hospital or gave plasma or something, and a towel wrapped over him. And he walked to his house. And then later on that day, I learned that he was supposed to be missing. And when I looked at the thing, my daughter pulled it up, and it said he had been missing since 2015. I wasn't here in 2015, so I knew nothing about that because I watch the news every now and then. I don't watch it like that. So I never knew anything about that. That day, I discovered that he's supposed to be missing since 2015. I say, how was he missing since 2015? And I met him in 2022. It's a bunch of people that's been in my home that knows him, and they're not even living with me anymore, but they can tell you that they know a Mexican guy named Dolph. And if you show them a picture of him, they'll tell you that's who they know, because that's who we know. She's saying we talked to her nephew. The number that we had for her son, so-called son, is not his number. That was her nephew number. I told her all she have to do is bring her nephew to my presence and ask her nephew what's inside of my house. Dolph know because he's been inside of my house. And I told her they run around saying that this is her nephew that everybody has seen. Why isn't a lie detector test, or nobody has went into the home and took DNA evidence at the house? Because the boy had been living there since I've been at my home.
So what was
deep, right? This story just gets crazier and crazier, right? What you guys say to that, MFC? Because I know you was you put me on to this one. Go ahead.
Right, because what happened is that this is a typical story of what they call Stockholm syndrome. Okay,
Typical.
and in this case, basically, the kid, he was 17 when he first originally went. He was missing, and he was walking his two dogs, and then they found the dogs, but they didn't find him. But the reality was he was found. He came back home the next day. So his mom told him to keep it quiet and this and this and this. And she told him that if the cops knew, then he would go to jail. So she kept that over him. Okay. And so, even from their own family members, different relatives and stuff, they say play that because people were giving him money to help find. They would go to different states and stuff looking, like they'd get some kind of report that they have a sighting of a person that looks like him, So the thing is that there's also a lot of other stuff that's going on. When they found him, okay, he was in really bad shape. He was in bad shape, as the pictures show. He had all these sores on him and bruises, like he had been beaten and things like that. And so, and then when there was one of the people that he was speaking to, okay, his name is a Houston community activist, Cornell X. And he basically was telling the media that he spoke to FARIAS alone. And basically he said he was forced to go along, and basically he was held like a prisoner, okay, if he didn't. And then also told him that, you know, his moms would drug him and sexually abuse him. Okay, so they, even though they let him go home with her, they're still in the police are still doing an investigation. And so this is definitely not over. My only thing looking at this whole story is that, to me, since this is so much stuff is in question, I would have felt they should have released him to another family member while this is all being investigated and stuff like that. Okay.
Everyone thought was missing for 8, but was found sleeping in front of a church. Now, after contradicting claims from community activists and police, Rudy is speaking out for the first time, detailing what he went through when he was, quote unquote, missing. Fox 26 Houston reporter Matthew Seedorf was the one who spoke with Rudy and filed this next report.
For the first time ever on camera, hello, I'm Matthew. Rudy Farias, in his own words, describes the 8 years he spent living hidden as a missing person, a case that has captivated the country. The world thought you were missing for 8 years. Where were you? Where have you been?
Just at home, just stuck at home. You know, if somebody would come over, my mom would just tell me, stay in the room, you know, keep the door locked, don't let them in, don't make any sounds.
The now 26-year-old agreeing to speak with Fox 26 on camera if we blurred his face because of safety concerns.
I just want to be happy. I don't want to keep going back to those negative thoughts she always has on me.
Until about 10 days ago, people had been looking for Rudy since 2015, but he had been living with his mother the whole time in secret, even when family would visit their home.
I would just have to listen to my family be happy and cheerful on the other side of the door, and I'm just like, I want my families, you know, I just want people, I just want communication.
Rudy just beginning to talk about what happened those 8 years, trying to answer the questions so many people are wondering. Do you feel like your mom held you captive? Is that how you would?
Pretty much. I mean, in a sense, just not in the physical, you know, restraints or anything, but mentally she held me against my will.
Why do you think she did that?
I don't know.
Very bizarre story. As I was
Very, very bizarre story, I would say.
Yeah, and that's why it's still under investigation. And I'm pretty sure as time goes by, it's going to be more stuff coming out. And
Think so?
You know,
So they
definitely, without a doubt, and she'll definitely be arrested.
So
But you know, they have to make sure they have all the I's dotted and T's crossed. But this is because, like I said again, he's not only emotionally. He's been emotionally abused. He also had, you know, like I said again, the sores and stuff that you saw in one of these photos last week or whatever, they started showing stuff. It showed those are sores you don't get right away. That's over time. Just like how you have someone that's in assisted living or one of those senior places and they get the bed sores, that don't happen just right away. And the heal, it's a whole big thing. So for him, he was, as I said, when they found him, a Samaritan found him, he was unresponsive when they called 911.
I don't know. I don't know, because this one, you got to remember. Listen, and I believe this person here.
Your reaction when you heard Rudy was found slumped over outside of a church last week and then taken to the hospital. What went through your heart and your mind first?
He may have been slumped over due to being on some type of drug, because like I told people, every time I saw him, I never saw him with a sober mind. He was always saying that he needed some mushrooms or shrooms to get high, and he smoked marijuana, and he was always high. He was never sober. But when he would come, what was like getting to me was like, you could tell there was something wrong with him, because he was like always, he was Like if he came down here and she called his phone, he wouldn't answer. So that was one red flag.
Keisha, very quickly, we've got about 10 seconds left. What was your impression of his mother?
I thought she was a weird lady. I didn't talk to her. She would only talk to my son and my cousin because I wouldn't talk to her because I noticed some things about him that when his mom called, I thought she was some weirdo. Right. But when I met her, she gave me a different impression.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget.
You see that, right?
Yep.
You notice how they was rushing her off, right? Because that's all alleged, and they don't want to get caught up in any lawsuits in the future.
Right. No, that's true. But it's gonna
was,
come out. They believe me. They did blood work, all kinds of stuff at the
from
same
from
time.
what I read, and you got to remember the guy you mentioned, Cornell X. He was going into, but he kind of got muted. You could tell to a degree. Where he was alluding that this was an incest type of thing. It wasn't just that, this mother kept this kid and, because he was saying, you got to read between the lines. Do you ever, win a CYPHER, we'll give you that football, but you got to take it to that yard, you got to take it to that touchdown. So, but yeah, it's out there. You can look for it. It's out there. Yeah. And these are things that it's sad that, to me, that's protecting protecting the bad guy.
That's true.
Like, why don't you let it out? Like, what the hell's going on? And I don't care if it's a mother, father, brother, sister. Like, if you're doing something wrong, is wrong. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter where, what, and that's what we got caught up in our lifetime with the priest. It's sad, but true.
Or coaches.
Bunch of priests and all coaches and
like your Boy Scout, and being in a Boy Scout, the leader.
A lot of let's just say leadership roles, because let's mention the damn Boy Scouts, because that was also tainted, something that was good and holy that will help the community out, and here it is, you let a bunch of scum taint it.
Yeah.
And that wasn't just one or two. Same thing with the religion thing. It wasn't just one or two. It was a bunch of them, and it's sick, perverted, power. I call it power hungry, and that's really what it's about.
It is.
It's a power hungry thing,
and like the kids, they're embarrassed to tell their parents, or
Well, this is the ugliest thing. Come on, think about it. You kind of live a normal life, and what the fuck is wrong in your household. And this is like wrong, compounded by 3, not to mention, you on a run. And this is what he's telling us. Imagine what she probably was telling him. Oh, we got blase money. They could not just arrest me, they'll arrest you too. And, to keep him in so he'll keep the cover.
Yeah.
Not to mention he didn't seem too bright.
Right. They said he had anxiety. He suffered from depression, anxiety, and he had asthma.
Yeah, but this is crazy.
But again, mental abuse is, I'm telling you, so just because you may not see physical scars, those mental scars are for real. And all you have to do is speak to someone, like for you're out there all over the place, so you get to meet different types of people all over. And you could see, you can, in people, when people talking. No, with people talking and stuff, there's people that look so normal, and you hear their childhood.
No traveling. I don't know what you talking about, y'all.
But it's,
he's around the block. I'm in my hood. MFC don't know what she's talking about.
So I'm just saying. So you have people.
You got people like Oliver's taking notes. Be the stenographer.
Now, slow it down.
It's a Thursday. MFC is a Thursday.
That's right. It's a Thursday. We're going to keep it on our side. So
baby mama still be listening. Yes. Shout out to all the baby mamas out there. Y'all be holding it down, man. Some of y'all be crazy though. Some of y'all be
And
crazy.
also the dads. We also have to give the shout out to the dads that's out there doing
We
their
ain't talking
thing.
about that. We talking about see, you always want to rain and parade and shit was a book. We said this is for the baby
No, I like to
mamas.
say it both ways. 'Cause
Everybody want to
it's
know.
not
Don't
easy.
you hate? You know what? Don't give me that because let's say it's your birthday, right? Yeah, it's a shout out. It's MFC. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what about mine? It was my birthday last week. My name is Tammy. Shit, you be mad as a motherfucker. This is my goddamn. Don't try to Kanye West me and take the trophy.
Well, you know.
This is for the baby mamas. Shout out to the baby mamas out there holding it down. Okay, where the fuck you at, New Jersey J, with the claps and all that shit? We ain't got the bells and
The
whistles.
sound effects. Yep.
Yeah, once we get the sound effects, we gonna get a pretty ass girl too to do that shit. What? Heck yeah, shit. I'm hitting up the strip clubs allegedly right now. Okay,
Oh boy.
we gonna fire one. Shit, and I already
We
know
see
her
how
name. Her
we
name
can
is
see where
Danger.
his Friday is going.
Friday, shit. Every day's a goddamn. You know, Sunday's my birthday. Shit, not need a day. Yes, but no, it's very sad how the world is right now. We need to get back to love. That's why. Hold on, with the damn cameraman, take that damn shit off. You see, these are the love joints. Okay, my daughter. I'm not sure if you can see it. Bam. See, shit. You don't know about that. That's right.
Cute.
It's a love season. But yeah, we need to all love a little bit more. Even you super gangsters out there, okay, that like to bang on breakfast.
Well, look,
I'm hard. Oh, I got all these emotions. Crying like a motherfucker when your girl left your ass and shit. Gave you that Dear John letter. Come on now. We all have we all bleed the same blood. Maybe
well, everybody has their stories.
No, yeah, I don't give a rap. What your story is, people are people. You know, we need to get back to that. You know, everybody's different. That's what makes us special. But, as far as, going out of the orbit with it, thinking you this and that.
No, I know.
Because of a sub, or you thinking you this and that because somebody pulled you fucking, might have some driving skills that are different. Because think about it, you go anywhere, any goddamn place. I thought it was just a goddamn American thing, but you go anywhere, they got different. Say if you're in the country versus the city, they drive different.
It's true.
Anywhere.
That's true.
I mean, you think I heard this shit. You think, like I said, you think it's just America. Just like a person that's up in the East Coast think, they drive crazy shit. Take your ass out to Cali. Shout out to my LA fucking crazy driving folks.
Yeah, I heard Cali is definitely. But
you heard
there's
my
a
ass.
place
So
that's in
I'm
Europe.
telling you, shit. I told them they are the number one. Okay.
Well, look, there's this place in Europe
one.
somewhere where they start at like 100 and something miles an hour. I forgot. It's really they like, whew, with those expensive cars and stuff. And I'm like, so they don't have those laws like they have here. But it's, it's like what they tell you in New York. If you could drive in Manhattan with all those crazy yellow cabs, okay, then you could drive. If you could tolerate that craziness, then they say you could drive anywhere in the United States.
You don't know.
And
you don't know. But MFC, I got something I wanted to ask you, right? Because I'm doing this little thing behind the scenes with some people's, and I know you was in New York, right? And this guy, he was saying, "This is my man. We gonna get phased up in this piece." Yeah, but listen to this.
I said, when I was coming up, Puerto Ricans were not even calling themselves Puerto Ricans. What I said was, there are Puerto Ricans today that still say they brown. Right. That they're us. Right. And we gladly accepted that. Right. They say they black. Right. They say they black, but we don't use the term black here on microwave TV. Right. Okay. So we accepted that. A lot of Puerto Ricans don't speak English. Don't speak Spanish now. Now, when I was coming up in the 60s and 70s, a lot of the people, a lot of the Puerto Ricans that I knew were just coming from Puerto Rico to here. Okay, so
that New York shit.
In the 70s and the 80s, right? Puerto Rico didn't dress like us. They didn't. Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans were known for multicoloring.
Right.
Okay. They used to say, if you go to get an apartment or something, you can tell the difference if a Puerto Rican lived there or if the brown people lived there, because you would see orange, yellow, pink, or whatever, right? That was Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans, right? They were known to doing that. Back in those days, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans coming from another country to come in here, high waters was the thing.
Was their normal.
That was their normal, to wear high waters.
Look. They normal.
That was their normal, to wear high waters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. To wear pink or orange pants and a black shirt and a yellow hat and whatever. That was the norm.
Right.
We didn't do that.
Right.
So now that Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans have adapted to the way that we were dressing and the way we were acting, now it becomes they created it.
Right. Or 50, didn't Fat Joe say they were 50-50 partners or something
They were
like that?
50, right there, 50-50, right?
You agree with that?
Hell no!
Yeah, this is crazy. But yeah, MMC, that's in your time frame, right?
Yeah, I saw a thing he did, and they were talking about Fred Miller, and Fred Miller was bad. I mean, but that's true. That he was talking about the Bronxdale houses and stuff like that, and that woof, yeah, that was for real.
Get into the dressing.
But the dressing, that's true. That's definitely was true. Yeah.
But
isn't that okay? Look how in 30 years it can be changed up to the point where people would think you're lying for telling the truth.
Right. Because they if they didn't see it back then, but the people that lived it, they know it. They definitely know it.
No, and that was the argument I was having with a Jamaican.
Yeah.
I was telling them because they were trying to say, and this was a Jamaican dude trying to say my Spanish friend was copying. I was like, you stupid. They've been on colors. That was like that was a Latino thing. Like the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, they was into that, like the Diodoras with the bright colors where, so they did their style. They
had their own style. Okay. They had their own style. And the thing is so, and that's what I say. I always go back to the point that everybody has rich cultures, and the thing is that, look, like for here, we're used to having our bathroom and things like that. And in a lot of these places, they have generators, their power goes out for days, and crazy stuff that you would say, whoa, And like a lot of these countries, they have machetes, right? We don't have machetes here, but there it's like machetes, it's like that, like Crocodile Dundee. Remember how he said that time? That's not a knife. This is a knife. And it's, it's like different cultures, it's different things, but it is definitely true. And the sad thing about it is, back in the days, also they could tell by looking in your window if you were a minority or not, because a lot of minorities, especially if your apartment faced the front, if you didn't have white shades, you'd either have a sheet up there, different crazy colors, and stuff like that. And they could automatically tell that was a minority that lived in that apartment.
Yeah.
And
Yep, I know what you mean, and that's like I said, people are scared scared to show their culture because of things like that.
Yeah.
'Cause I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking about, and I've had people, in the real estate world, they have to set up houses. I call it, the opposite culture to sell it,
Yeah.
at a higher price, and that's
It's true.
ugly
It's
truth.
true.
It's an ugly
It's
truth,
true.
but whether you want to believe it or not, that's how it is in a lot of demographics around. It's just
No,
the
it's true.
reality. That's why I tell people, be on your best behavior because you're already looked down upon. So
That's true.
you're messing it up for the next person that might want to get in.
Yep.
Come on now.
It's true.
Like, you already got it against you. It makes no sense. It's nothing even.
It
arguing.
doesn't, because the money's green. At the end of the day,
Let's
that money is
argue about
green.
the selfish.
Yeah.
No, but this is like ultimate selfishness.
No,
I
it's
was just
true. It's
arguing
true.
with people about that. It's like you talk about you for the community, you for this and that, and like these are simple things that you could conquer. And it's like you're making, you start making. That's when the excuses come. This is
Yeah.
But we gonna get back into that phase, guy. He's a real deep guy, and I want to show you something.
Yeah, no, and he has the history. It's so cute that when he did this interview, I saw he was going to meet this other guy, but he didn't. But the other guy had a different name. And then when he comes out, it's like, whoa, he hadn't seen this guy in 40 years, and these guys were like, what they call ace boom. We call it ace boom buddies. They was tight, and it was so funny how you got to look at the whole thing because it was so interesting, and they were talking facts. They were talking for real facts, and people that are still alive, they got the people to they in different parts they put it in and stuff like that to validate what they're saying. It's not like a story being made up, and it was crazy back, and it's true. It's like you see sometimes these things they say, you go outside, you better be home before the lights go out, the street lights go out, and things like that, and it wasn't as crazy, and that's for real stuff. That of course. We wouldn't do it now because we're living in a different time.
All right. Now, this right here, we're going to go into something I want you to watch real closely because this just shows how things could be, right? Now, these are two sisters, blood sisters.
How do y'all know each other by chance?
We're sisters.
Y'all sisters?
Yeah.
Like blood sisters or just friends?
We're sisters.
Oh, okay. All right. So, listen, question. Are you single, though?
I am.
How about you?
I'm not.
Do you happen to know her boyfriend since you're sisters?
Yeah, he tutors me. He's been tutoring me for like a couple months now. So.
You think her boyfriend's cute? I know it's kind of strange, but like.
He's decent.
You think your boyfriend will find her cute?
I would hope not, because that's my sister.
Well, can I put him on a loyalty test then?
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Sure.
All right. So since you're, getting tutoring lessons from her boyfriend, you have her boyfriend's number? Call him. I want you to Netflix and chill with her boyfriend behind her back for the test. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Why were you on your messages just now?
What are you talking about?
Were you just on your messages just?
No, you said to call him.
Okay. Well, call him. Wait, where's your boyfriend at right now?
I don't know, actually.
When's the last time you talked to him?
About 30 minutes ago. Not too long.
So call him. Put speakerphone all the way up.
Hey.
What's happening?
What are you doing right now?
I'm just working.
Okay. Well, my sister's working or whatever, so I was just wondering if he was trying to come over and chill.
Most people have no clue that 2023 the best way to make money on.
Isn't that crazy? What you think's going on, MC? What you see so far, huh?
I definitely wouldn't even. That would have been shut down once he made that statement. It would have been shut down immediately.
Made what statement?
We don't place to make the statement that now we'll call your sister's boyfriend and then act like you want to make a play for him.
All right, check it out.
Down. Yep.
Okay, check it out. What the hell? Listen to this.
Want to just book another session or something else?
If that's what you need to count it as.
I mean, I feel like that would be better, just so Halo doesn't misunderstand anything,
What do you mean by that?
You know what I mean.
Okay, we can work on math homework.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Yo, could you call him back right now and ask him if he will be down to do things besides tutoring? Is that okay?
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? Call him, right? Yeah.
Okay, I'll call him. Call
him.
Hey. So instead of hanging out, I think after we finish our homework, I'm just gonna go home.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
What happened?
I just don't want to be tempted to do anything else.
I feel like you were the one tempting me last time.
What you mean? What you talking about, EJ? What you mean last time, EJ? What you mean last time, EJ? This shit is not funny. I don't know what you laughing for. It's not
like that. It's not like that.
Okay, so what happened last time? And why you ain't wanna say nothing about tutoring? Nobody did nothing. It was only one time. What was only one time?
Yo, look through the messages. Look through the messages of her and your boyfriend. See if they're talking. Wait. Hold on. Hurry up. Go through the message. Wait, hold up. Chill. Yo. Wait. Hold. Chill. Wait, no. Yo. Check the message. Check. Wait, hold it. Wait, no. Oh my gosh. Wait, no. Check the messages.
There's no need.
Check them.
There's no need.
Come on, Angel.
What you mean?
Give me your phone. That's all it is.
Give me your phone.
Yo,
You look guilty.
let her see the. Come on, let her see the phone. If you have nothing to hide, what's the problem?
He's priceless.
Yeah. What? Check the messages. Type in your boy.
You gonna send pics? Of
the question.
You gonna send pics?
Wait, send pics?
Pics of what, Angel?
Of the
Pics of what, Angel? If I slap shit out you,
of the question.
I'd be wrong, Angel.
Some pictures of the question.
You know that's not.
Let me see.
If I slap shit out you, wrong, Angel.
Oh.
You know he was shit.
Wait, hold up. Are you admitting it?
Girl, you know he wasn't shit.
Wait, hold up. Can I see more messages? Oh my gosh. Why you have a whole text combo?
You should have known.
Should have known.
You should have known. I don't know why you even acting like that, because you should have seen it coming.
What did you guys come here together?
Nice little shorty. Where you going, boo? Yeah, that was it. Nice, man. You never. Oh, damn, blood is thicker. What you doing, mommy? Didn't see that. MFC. Hello, got your tongue.
No, like I said, that should have been shut down at the beginning. It's wrong,
Shut down
of
at
course.
the beginning.
I mean, it is definitely wrong. I'm not supporting that at all. Okay, and we call it forbidden fruit. If your sister is seeing someone, no matter what, even if they break up and stuff, that's a done thing. Just like if if that's
but even
forbidden
friends,
fruit.
tacky. I'm not seeing the chick that my friend, is.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It always it's going to be some chaos that it's so many around. You don't need to do it like that.
That's true. That is exactly.
Go fishing, as they say. It's better at play. So
and you see so many on these divorce shows and stuff like that, or no, the paternity. Let's do that one. The paternity shows. You see how that, like, one guy is got both sisters pregnant, and he's like happy about it. Like, I think it's okay, and that's like, whoa. So but hey,
my situation. No, things can happen. Come on now.
Nah, things cannot
Came home
happen.
drunk. The sister took advantage of him. No, but
sure, it goes two ways.
These things, man. You always gonna take the females. You see what happened? These are two females. She's sleeping on. Come on now, that's her damn sister. That's not her friend.
Yeah.
And what was her excuse? Her excuse, which I've heard often. Okay, I told you he was no good. You told me he was no good. Fuck with him. That's. Yeah.
And some sisters may do that to try to see if the guy is really for real, or he's he's just faking the move and stuff like that.
You
But it's at the same
you're
time,
really
it's
reaching. I see some sisters are
nah.
gonna do that. So you mean to tell me it's okay for two brothers to sleep with a sister just because
No, not
say
at
that was
all.
your kid, for example, you're gonna be cool with that. Okay, so you said I was just making sure they was no. This is the thing. You don't play. You don't even do the cousin thing. Like I've known two cousins
Exactly.
that wigged out.
Yep.
Even look at one of the Jacksons. Two of the Jacksons rather. One, they have children with the same female. Like
Yeah.
these are things. Not that it's not that normal, but it's not that hidden as well. Yeah, because it does
Yeah,
happen.
I'm sorry. There's
That's
too many people. I look at this. We
yeah.
have so many people on this planet
Yeah,
that
you mess with the
you know,
body.
there's it's loyalty. It's not only it's that one is about blood, but two is loyalty. For even your loved ones and stuff like. Oh yeah. Mm-mm.
Well, it also could be troublesome to the kids. You got to think about it. It's not. Your aunt is your aunt. Your aunt. You get it.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. It's not a goody thing.
No, it's not.
So MFC, New York is going crazy. What is up with that?
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Look, it's
Yep.
as they say,
You
it's
got those
summertime.
bugs?
In the summer,
Do
please.
you still have those bugs?
Ever since the other week, we haven't seen the bugs again. It's so weird
Man, see that
that
was the
we,
testing. Don't think I'll be
yeah,
man.
we have not
Oh
seen the bugs,
man, people know I
but the
know.
thing,
I told you I'm connected. I'm tight. Don't
but
make me
that
do
was
that.
crazy.
For
That
the
was,
signal, just
yeah.
the signal. What you didn't know?
But I heard some of these other states, they've been seeing these mysterious green bugs or black bugs or whatever.
No, don't be doing that. Don't do that. Don't
You
do that.
know.
Don't do that.
So
So that's swarm in Vegas. I was like, whoa, no. Yeah, don't do that.
all I know is I was telling somebody we saw it just for a little bit in Manhattan
It
and
didn't bite you
Brooklyn.
though, right?
From what I understand, it was all because I knew somebody, one of my granddaughters, when she was going to work. She goes from Jersey to Manhattan, Lower Manhattan, and there was so many all over the place. It was all on her clothes and the face and everything. And everybody in the streets was like, it was just thousands and thousands of them, and they was trying to like dodge them and stuff
We're
like that. It was
cloning
crazy.
you. Where's
So
Big
it
Freeze
was.
at when you need him? God damn it!
Yeah, I know. Come on, Big Freeze.
They were
But no,
cloning you. Okay.
but the thing is, we didn't have any sighting like that in New York.
Wait.
And you
Okay,
have
we
to
have.
pass, I mean, the Bronx, I'm sorry. You had to pass the Bronx to get into Manhattan.
All right. Bronx, New York,
So that,
whatever. When have you ever had something like that happen?
never.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, y'all acting like, okay,
No.
yeah, this happens. No, this like monsoon season happens every 9 months. No,
Right.
this ain't never. Goddamn it! What the hell? You just gonna come up with a bunch of bugs? What the?
Yeah.
What
Yeah, that was
fuck
weird.
make shit? Yeah.
Definitely. That was
Like
definitely weird.
let's test some shit off.
Yeah.
They could you know how small you could make a camera?
Yes. That's what they were showing. They could make it micro. Yep.
So it's
Yep.
yeah, I don't
Well, look at look at like
it's
here.
ways.
We had so much between the East Coast. There were so many little states that had it rained so hard. We had landslides.
Yeah.
Okay, and so many houses are destroyed. If you look at the pavement is gone. The pavement is there. There's nothing there. And these are part of the highways that like one. You know how you have one lane going up, one lane coming down, and
Yeah.
that little metal thing on the side to save you from falling thousands of feet. Well, that's gone. And this just happened a few days ago. So we got that rain so heavy, so quick. And that's something we haven't experienced in a very, very long time.
Bless the wicked. It's the wicked.
So I don't know.
That's right. You guys better learn more of the evilness going on in the world.
I don't know.
Yes.
There's just a lot of stuff. A lot of religious groups are saying we're in the trying times now.
Oh my God! Don't do this, MFC.
No, but I look. I like I said, I don't knock anybody's
trying times.
Whatever you believe in, that's what you believe in, and that I have, I fully support anybody that does that. That's and so yeah, if you can't. The whole thing is you can't justify how it happened or things like that, and it definitely is weird, So.
No, I hear what you're saying. But anyway, we ready to check out. Anybody want to shout out? I want to shout out, my boy B-Boy. He's trying to be good, but he's messing up this new gate I put in. And then,
he wants attention. He want a hug.
I want to shout out all the good dogs that are going outside to do their thing. The 1 and the 2s. They're not doing it in the house. Okay, you ain't got to, be stressed out looking around because you don't want to slip and bust your ass like you did before. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yes, shout out all the good animals. Fuck just dogs. Cats too. Yes.
Never walk on the outside again.
Always remember.
It's a possibility he'll get life without parole. Never see the outside again. Tell him what happened when they get caught up with that damn drive-by, what they gonna do to him. Yeah. And for a dumbass, unexplainable, unexcusable murder, life.
Jumped off the JFK to the BX way. I hold my square down firm, any part of the planet. Can't forget about Sean Bell, Mike Brown, Louima, Medina, down the Mecca flow, stack it, let that money go swish. Now who's better than this? Ice show list. Get R. Kelly to take a wet piss on your bitch. Mama said ain't no pause button, anyone could get it. He hit it, but it's button to me, stunting to me. Frontin' ass niggas in my presence, getting levitated, hated, beloved. Knock them out and throw them doves, kid. For them to the desert with this. Jaws the scientist, cook that batch up. Hope them sorry fools act up. Give me reason to trip. We in the belly of the beast. Let them things out. Fuck your sheriff and that pink house. Let them things out. Fuck your sheriff and that pink house. Let them things out. Fuck your sheriff and that pink house.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a diamond stuck in some concrete. I'm on beach, you know me. I stays with the masterpiece. I'm a master beast, causing casualties. One wrong move, that's a fatality. What a tragedy. Why you wanna go and hurt your own self? That's so embarrassing. You better listen to Rocky's wife. You know you can't win. Keep pounding you out till you just submit. Stop talking, motherfucker. We don't hear that shit. Don't beat me in the head with a bunch of bullshit. Better go somewhere with that dumbass shit. Keep it gangsta over here. Ain't got time for that shit. When I see you, motherfucker, I'ma bust your shit. You'll fuck around, make me empty my whole clip.
Let the things out. Fuck your sheriff and that pink house. Let the things out. Fuck your sheriff and that pink house. Let the things out. Fuck your sheriff and that pink house. Let the things out. Fuck your sheriff and that pink house.
No parole. I'll give you life. How you gonna explain that to a parole officer when they ask you, what did you shoot that man for? What the fuck you gonna say gonna justify you getting released? What you gonna do? Blame it on the rap?